Should we start with the French first?
Ask him.
This question is about Surah Ad-Duha. It's chapter 93 and verse 10 to 12.
Read it.
اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. The translation is, so the orphan oppress not, and him who seeks thy help chide not, and the bounty of thy Lord proclaim.
So Huzur, the question is, why does Allah say this to the Holy Prophet? As we know that even before he became a prophet, he would never done any of the things because he was already, such a perfect person. Then why is it saying this now?
It's a very beautiful way of telling the rest of the world what to do. See, the fact is that Allah treated him in a manner that is displayed and manifested in these verses. Begin with Ammal Yatima Fala Taqhar. Do not oppress the orphan. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself has been an orphan, and he stood all his life throughout for the rights of the orphans. So, how could he be repaid? How could he be rewarded? Only Allah could reward him. So the lesson is for the rest of the world that here is Prophet Muhammad. This is how he behaved in this world, and that is how Allah behaved towards him, and recompensed him for his goodness here on earth. So the entire world is like an orphan to him, and he is distributing the bounty received from Allah to all these orphans. That is in the spiritual meaning as well. The rest, the second verse.
وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ.
وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. Now again, Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never spoke a harsh word to a beggar. Never in his life. He always paid something, and if not, he would just excuse himself in the softest words. He would say, I regret that I do not have anything with me at present, but come to me later on and I'll give you something. So when Allah speaks to him that do not speak harshly to beggars, evidently it is not he who is meant, it is the general people, that they should take Rasulullah to be their model and work according to his conduct in their daily treatment of beggars. But more than that, what is implied is that when he did this to others, what Allah did to him, whatever he begged him for was granted to him, and even more. So that is how you will be treated. The last is وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. If Allah gives you something good, tell the rest of the world that you have got this. Allah has benefited you with this grace. Now this is specifically true of Rasulullah. First of all, in the material world, he did not hide anything from the sight of the poor. What he had was a common knowledge, because the poor people beg of rich people if they know what they have. If they have nothing, they would not be able to beg. So Rasulullah whatever property he had was an open book. Everybody knew what he had. So again, this repetition, you tell the rest of the world what we have granted you with. That shows that he did not hide what was given to him from Allah from anyone. So Allah revealed what he had given to him spiritually to the whole of the world. He was the prophet for the entire world. His spiritual teaching was to be shared by the whole world. And they knew where to go. Whenever in need of any spiritual instruction, they could turn to Muhammad Rasulullah. So this is a two-way working system, which is beautifully said in 3 little small verses. Please. To ask question. After Mubarakah, you ask question. There is the British tradition, ladies first. And after Khalid, his wife asks question. That seems to be the Mauritian tradition. Men first. Okay, please. I'll translate. He wants it to translate.
Huzur affection.
Now question. Very good. Now your question, please.
Quelle est la tradition la meilleure?
Which one of those traditions is the best? Of those ladies first, of men first?
I think in this case both are beautiful traditions. Because either way they are very kind to each other.